I am not now, nor have I ever been, a licensed healthcare physician. I am a licensed esthetician. Welcome back, my Vibrant Beauties. Welcome if you are new. It's your girl Lette, and today is the third installment. I know you all have been waiting for a little minute, but it's the third installment of the Vagina Series. So with this episode, I will be talking about Candida, the more so the vaginal yeast infections instead of, well, Candida is a fungal infection, so we'll get into that. This is all about yeast infections and how they affect the vagina. Okay, so as far as Candida or Candida infections can be of the mouth, throat, or esophagus, or it can be vaginal, like we are discussing today, or it can be invasive. So there's many types, because it's a fungal infection. It can go basically anywhere, but it can be treated. We have all suffered from them, or if you have not, bless your soul, okay? Bless your soul. But women can get them from being pregnant. They can get them from soap. They can get them from sex. They can get them from their menstrual cycle, because it's basically a pH balance issue or a balancing issue within your vagina. So some causes of yeast infections include medication, like antibiotics. Antibiotics, they kill both the good and bad bacteria in your body. So what's going to happen is they're killing off the good bacteria. There's nothing to balance it out. I'm going to be using the word balance a lot because it's a balancing issue. So when that happens, you start to have that irritation and that itchiness, and it can be I can't even talk. That's how bad it can be. It can be excruciating, like to the point where you just want to lay in bed and just open your legs wide open. Like, listen, that is one of them. Antibiotics, that's kind of like the biggest one besides your menstrual cycle. So closer to your menstrual cycle coming on, there's a hormonal shift, a hormonal balance shift, and that can cause a yeast infection as well. Now, causes could also be from, if you're using like vaginal sprays or douches. I wouldn't recommend using douches. I'm not a healthcare professional, but it's going to mess up the balance in your vagina. You think you're cleansing things out, you're messing it up. Stop. Point blank, period. Stop. Your immune system has weakened. That can cause a vaginal yeast infection. It's not considered a sexually transmitted infection, but sex can also cause it. Sex can cause pH balance issues. Your vagina should be between, I want to say, 3.5 and 4.5, or 3.8 and 4.5. I will put it right here. But it should be between those. Sperm has a pH balance of like a 7, 8. It's on the higher side. So your sex can cause yeast infections because it's throwing off the balance in your vagina. But it's not a sexually transmitted infection. It's traditionally not. Those are some of the causes, along with diabetes. If you have diabetes and it's not controlled well, it can cause a yeast infection as well. But also, like I said, pregnancy, because your hormones are all over the place. Oh my gosh, I've known so many people or so many women that have been pregnant that have had yeast infections, and it's on a different level because your hormones are all over the place. I don't know if there's anything to balance them because I've never been pregnant, but pregnancy can also cause a yeast infection. First, what is a yeast infection? So basically, a yeast infection, per the Mayo Clinic, like I said, I am not a licensed healthcare physician. Please consult them if you feel any of these symptoms, any of these issues. But a yeast infection, a vaginal yeast infection, is a fungal infection that causes irritation, discharge, and intense itchiness of the vagina and the vulva. Don't be confused, because men can get yeast infections too. But I am talking about vaginal yeast infections. Now, some doctors recommend probiotics and prebiotics to actually combat that, especially when it's around your cycle. But they ask that you take those for, just in general, to make sure everything is balanced. I haven't found a good probiotic that does not have like some milk or some type of milk, lectin or whatever in it, and B12 and everything else. I have not found anything for me. This is all from my experiences, but doctors do recommend probiotics to counteract the shift in your hormones and your balancing. Treatments for yeast infections. My personal go-to is this product right here, which is the Honey Pot Boric Acid Suppositories. Boric Acid Suppository, this is not just the Honey Pot. I will say I've tried some from online and Etsy. I will see if I can find it and link it below. But there's basically boric acid and some vegetable capsules, and you just insert one, and it clears out everything that all of the yeast crazy in your body. I remember years ago when I had terrible, like, chronic yeast infection, and I could not get rid of it. I kind of double attacked it, where my treatment was the diflucan, which is a oral pill. You only take one. It's like this little small tiny pill, stays in your system for a little minute, and then I use a boric acid suppository, because when you're having a chronic yeast infection, like I said, I'm not a healthcare professional, but from my nurse practitioner, she told me to double attack it. And when I tell you, I did not have a yeast infection for like a few years after that. Maybe 3 or 4 years after that. If you feel yourself starting to get it, and you feel you know your body, listen to your body. I would say the best treatment to use would be boric acid suppositories. These are amazing. It's all natural. You won't have any issues. Now, I will say, these say to use in the morning and at night, so twice a day for 7 days. These can stay in your body. So I don't know if I would recommend the full once in the morning, once at night, especially if you catch it early. I would recommend for this maybe once during the day, because these things stay there, okay? And the ingredients include boric acid, cocoa butter, and tea tree oil for the most part. And then, of course, it has mallow extract, fenugreek seed extract, I don't even know what that is, garlic, and it has water, and it has alcohol in it too, but it's not enough. It's so far down on the ingredients list. Actually, it's the last one on the ingredients list. You can get these. I like these because these are more gentle than the straight boric acid suppositories, but I would still recommend them. And then Honey Pot also has the Soothing Lavender Vulva Cream, which has mint, coconut oil, and lavender. You can use them simultaneously. Like if you're itchy, put this on your vulva and then insert these into your vagina. Now another treatment would be, like I said before, diflucan. There's also metronidazole, which I am allergic to. It's a cream form. Is it flu? I don't even know how to pronounce. What is the other one? Monostat. A lot of those over the counter have chemicals, but they still work. You can do the 1 day, which is like this huge suppository that you insert, and basically it stays in your system and it just comes out over the next 5 to 7 days. Or you can do the 3 day, you can do the 7 day, whichever one works for you, whichever one you feel you can handle, because the 1 day is intense. So just know that it's going to be intense. Yeast infections, I'm not sure if they can be cured forever. Like I said, I am not a healthcare professional, but I do know if you maintain the balance in your vagina, you'll be good to go. Except when you're on antibiotics. Antibiotics are the devil, so I can't even talk about that. Takeaway from this video. We know that yeast infections are a form of Candida or Candida fungal infections. They're vaginal and they are caused from diabetes, sometimes sex, antibiotics, food. They're caused by a lot of different things. Pregnancy is a hormonal imbalance, basically, especially of the vagina. We know that there are treatment options, and my holistic ways would be the boric acid suppositories along with the all natural vulva cream from the Honey Pot company. I would pair it with their panty liners right here, because they give like this cooling sensation. If you're allergic to any of these ingredients in these products, please do not use them. But this is what I've learned in my life, in my 36 years. These products work for me, and I know they work for some other people too, but I know specifically for me, these products work. Find you a good holistic treatment. Talk with your healthcare physician, your gynecologist, your OBGYN. If you are pregnant, you may want to consult them about different treatment options that's going to work for you. Yeast infections are a balancing issue that I've come to learn. You can take prebiotics, probiotics if you need to. Just listen to your body. The one thing I want you to take away from this video, listen to your body. Find the holistic meds. I always say holistic meds because I'm not a big fan of Western medicine, but find the meds that work for you and go from there. I would recommend boric acid suppositories because they are the healthiest in my opinion, but it's up to you. Let me know in the comments below if you have ever experienced a yeast infection. I consider this a form of self-care because you always want to make sure that you're good. If you don't take care of your pocketbook, who's going to besides your gynecologist? But then if you're not taking care of it, how are they going to take care of it? You got to know your body. But let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced a yeast infection. How did you treat it? Have you ever tried any of these methods? Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe below. Thank you all for watching. And the clip at the beginning of the video, if you get to the end of this video, you know where that clip at the beginning of this video is from. I'm only going to choose one person. If you know where that clip is from or what movie it's from, leave a comment below. I'll just be choosing a person at random, and I will be giving away one of the honey pot products. Not sure which one, but I'll let you know. With that being said, it's your girl Lette, and I'm out. Peace.